Welcome to another exciting episode of the $1 Million Peddlers. I'm Papergoy.
And I'm Mr. Magazine.
You've got some issues that you've been telling me about before the show today.
Okay, lots of issues, so which one are we going to elaborate on today?
Yeah, more issues than National Geographic. Employees and inflation and wages and. Go ahead, go into it any way that you want. Now let me preface this by saying this is not, and we're shooting this video June 1st, so you'll see it out middle of June. The transitory inflation appears not to be transitory. Prices are up through the roof. 8 or 9% inflation, and so on and so on. And you probably didn't read this, but there was actually on E-commerce Bites, they published a little bit, and I don't know where the interview was from, but they published a little bit of an interview from the CEO, I believe it was, of Etsy, and he basically came out and said, "Our sellers need to raise prices."
There you go. That's one solution.
And we do need to raise prices, and we're going to get into what's going on the employee side of things. The only problem that I see is for somebody like you or me, I mean, we can do it, but we definitely have to do it in bulk. If you've got 100 items listed, you can go through and you can change the price on each one. Say, I want to increase this by 20%. Oh, I wanted 12, now I'm going to charge 15 on it. You and I cannot do that. We could not go through 150,000 listings and raise our prices, except in bulk.
I'm thinking right now, with sales down, why are we raising our prices anyways? If we can't sell them for what they are, why would we raise them?
Because
I need to make sales. I need to make, I got myself on sale so I can sell more product,
Well, because with the inflation, you're losing money when you're selling it, or coming closer to losing money when you're selling it.
Well, making less money.
Or potentially even losing it, depending upon, what your replacement cost gets into it. Right. I don't know you would know this. What's a Lego cost at the store?
It could be anywhere from 10 to 200, but usually $50 is an
$50.
For
so
a little set,
So you're selling a used Lego for $50. A new old stock Lego for $50, and all of a sudden Walmart raises their prices up to $60. Yes, you can't replace the exact one that you have,
right.
But if you wanted to replace a Lego in your stock, it would cost you $60 to go to Walmart. Right. So that's why you raise your price up as well, because your costs have gone up, because somebody that pays $60 for it doesn't want to sell it to you for $15 2 years from now. They want to sell it to you for $20 or $25 2 years from now. So your replacement cost has gone up, even though it's not apples to apples.
Okay.
So that's kind of why people have to raise their prices, and I understand your point is, if I'm selling 2 items a day as it is, and I raise my prices, I can't survive selling one. Right. But what's going on the inflationary side with the employees?
So, for starters, it's been hard to get good employees, or any employees for that matter, and the ones we have want more money now, which usually we give a raise first of the year, minimum wage goes up, everyone gets their, raise, and everyone's happy, usually years ago. And they would complain they want a 50-cent raise back then, or $1, and, we keep them happy, but now...
Well, and here's the other thing, though, too, and I don't mean to cut you off, but I will. If minimum wage is $10, and you give a 50% or 50-cent raise, that's a 5% raise. If minimum wage is $15, and you give a 50-cent raise, suddenly you're down at a 3% raise, or 3.25% raise. So they're looking at, hey, you used to give me a 5% raise. I need a 75-cent raise now to be 5%.
But they don't even want that. They want more. They want a 10% raise or a 20% raise. Just because things are, other positions are $20 or $18 or $15. So they don't want to work for 14 or 15. They want to work for 17, 18, or 20, which years ago I probably would flip out and say, "What are you, nuts?" And they'd be on their way. But now it's hard to keep these guys. They have all this inventory. I need it listed, and I have good inventory worth a lot of money. So I have to bite the bullet and say, "Hey, maybe I can't pay you 18, but I can pay you 15 or 16. See how it works. If you can perform and list a lot of these items, make me some money. I'll give it back to you. You know, you can earn it that way. So, but it's definitely harder now than it was years ago when we were giving 50-cent raises. They were happy. Now you give them $2, $3 raises and they're not happy. You know, so or you're going to lose them, or they won't work for you unless you're paying more. You know, so I don't mind paying that. And I think years ago I would have complained regardless. But if it's a quality employee that will work the 40 hours and do a good job and try hard and care, 15, 16, 17 bucks, I have no problem with that.
Wow, that definitely is a change from the past.
Yeah.
Definitely is.
The way I look at it, I got inventory. I got $30 items. They can list them all day long, and say they're going to list 100 items in a day or 200. That's $5,000-$6,000 just in one day that they can make me long term potentially.
See, and my problem is and this is why I don't think I could ever hire anybody. I'm caught up on the other side of it. You pay $15 an hour, 8-hour day. You're at $120. Do not try that math at home. You're at $120. You throw your unemployment, your workers' comp, your disability on top of it. I just spent $160 on you today. So it's $20 an hour, $19 an hour, whatever it is after all your expenses.
Yeah.
I just spent $160 on you today. What did you make me?
Right. Yeah.
When you get down to it, what did you make me?
And that's a scary thing with new employees. Like, because I was even using temp agencies, and by the time they tack on their fees, they were I was paying over 20, and you have to teach these people from the ground floor the basic stuff, and they're listing $5, $6, $10 items that are slowly selling, and I'm thinking like, it's really not worth it. Like, it's not worth paying a temp agency to get you a lister because it takes long to get them into that veteran position where they can list $20, $30 items and do it 20 times an hour or whatever, so it's definitely something that you have to think about doing as well.
Well, because stop and think about it this way. That's $160 today, Monday.
And
It's $160 Tuesday, $160 Wednesday.
Yeah.
End of the week, you've spent
$800.
Hold on, carry the zero. You spent $800. Do not try that at home. You spent $800 on an employee this week.
And that's $40,000 a year.
Next week.
Yeah.
The week after.
Yeah.
The week after. It's a huge plunge to take.
Yeah.
Now you're in too deep. You have to keep employees. You have to keep them going. You've got the warehouse. You've got the inventory. You've got all that. Your only other option, but I don't know if you could stay on top of your bills as far as the warehouse and all that goes, and I don't know if you get any sleep, would be fire everybody. Not fire, but attrition, whatever. Everybody leaves, and you do everything yourself. You would have a lot more money short term, but you might not sleep because you have to.
I'm already hardly sleeping, so.
But how many items do you sell a day?
Now we're down to about 225.
How many items can you find in an hour? 20?
A good 20, yeah.
So you're talking 11 hours of finding by yourself.
Yeah.
And now you got 220 items.
They can pack 30 an hour.
37 more. So you're at 18 hours a day, every day, just finding and packing stuff for yourself. That leaves you 6 hours to sleep, eat, and list. And answer emails.
Nice.
You might be able to spend half an hour listing.
Yeah.
Maybe you list 5 items today, and hey, good luck to you. So you're in so deep as far as that goes. You don't really have any options. Yeah. You do need employees.
Well, I need more, sadly, because I have all this inventory that I'm buying. What's the point of buying stuff and never get it on? So it's a tough struggle, but you got to do it.
It's tough. It's tough all over for everybody. Hopefully, if you have employees out there, you've got some good ones. Do treat them right. You should always treat them right. I don't think there's any doubt. I've been a worker bee my entire life. Worked for the state, and let's say that the state doesn't always treat its employees right. I'm in kind of the Mr. Magazine position. I'm in so deep I can't do anything. I can't go anywhere with the state pension and all that stuff. So they got me as far as that goes. But do treat the employees right. But you also the employees also have to be reasonable, because I think that's another problem as well. Somebody new that comes in off the street that doesn't know anything at all about Mr. Magazine's business, nothing personal, you're probably not worth $25 an hour. You're just probably not.
And honestly, the hardest lister that we can't find is a sports card lister, because you really need some type of background. You know, even the sports card brands, the teams, the sports, the play. You need some knowledge, the card numbering. So you have to have some. You know, and it's not like you're going to college for this, but you can't just put some kid off the street that's, you know, loves reading Dungeons and Dragons, has no idea what sports is. You know.
Well, and I'm going to argue with you slightly. I know sports cards. I know sports. I would be a terrible lister 1990 and to current. Horrible. You get me into...
Yeah, the newer stuff, I would be bad with the newer stuff because there's so many different parallels and variations, and my manager knows all them, and we got one other lister, but the other lister, you know, he works like 10 hours a week, so where are you going?
Yeah, you give me 1900 through 1990, I will be a very, very good lister for you.
Yeah.
You give me 1990 to now, you don't want me. You don't want me. I don't know any of the star players of today.
Well, the condition's easy because most of them should be near mint, but then the parallels you'd have no idea. Where you would be good at the older stuff, you'd be good at the grading, the condition, and so forth. You know, you take a VG card to a new kid that doesn't know grading, he may think it's excellent or near mint, and you know. So.
Well, I also know, oh, Jimmy Parasol, minor star. You
Yeah.
give me 2019. I don't know. Some player. Somebody, some young guy. I don't know. Is he good? Is he not good? No clue whatsoever.
Right.
So you definitely have to tailor your listings to your employees.
Yeah.
But as an employee, again, you also have to be realistic. And, you know, a Walmart or a large chain like that can pay more money than a mom and pop can. But they also have a lot more rules. They're also a lot less flexible. You know, 2 no call, no shows, you're fired. I mean, they've got these rules in there.
Well,
and
another thing too, which everyone's deceived with. Oh my God, they're paying 18 an hour, 20 an hour, this and that. Yeah, for part time. So yeah, that's great. But if you're working 20 hours and I'm offering 40 for $1, $2 less, yeah, you're making less per hour, but your paychecks will be way more at the end of the week.
right, based on what your needs are.
Yeah.
You know, again, if you're living at home with your parents and you don't need a lot of money, or somebody like me after I retire from the state, you know, they're paying 18 an hour part-time. That's perfect for me because I just want to get out of the house 3 days a week. I don't want to, 5-day-a-week job.
I never realized for years we offer a perk that a lot of people liked that I never even realized was a
Coffee.
perk. Well, besides coffee, but
That's the only reason I go there.
I've never really worked for anyone other than my father.
And
so
Dunham's.
And Dunham's for a week or two. Anyways, I never realized that most companies, you get a paycheck every other week.
Depends on what kind of work
but
you do.
most of my employees are, 1 week, oh, that's great. Oh, they don't want to wait 2 weeks to spend their money. They love the fact that they get their check every week instead of every other week, you know, so I guess there's a little perk that I didn't realize I was giving them.
Look at that.
It's nothing off my back.
All right, Scrooge, time to cut that perk out.
That's right. Every 3 weeks.
There you go. All righty, hit the like button if you could. Let us know what you're seeing out there. Let us know about raising prices or lowering prices, what you're doing, and just kind of let us know how the video is. And we will see you next video.
Take care. Bye-bye.